Hello, everyone. I welcome you to this live broadcast. My name is Professor Samuel Stephenson. I am happy you are joining me on this live broadcast today. So, I want to unveil the TBC economy. And so, in unveiling the TBC economy, there are so many things which. So, join me now to unveil the economy. Okay? TBC have come to stay, and anyone who is a member of TBC is an automatic billionaire, whether you like it or not. In fact, it's only in TBC that we are begging people to come and collect money. I have never seen that anywhere in the world. In our own community, we are begging people, come and collect money. Places people are running for money, they are beating them, but we are begging people to come and collect money. And so, the most recent blog released by the TBC admin have said it all. Titled, Quiet Kringlers. Quiet Kringlers. So I'm going to go through that blog post with you now to see how the TBC economy is being unfolded one after the other. Join me as we move on. Fast forward 1 to 2 years from now, when we have succeeded in bringing in 1 billion paid members with at least 1 million broadcasters, and we are winning the info war against the elite and on our way to ending poverty globally in 2020. That is 2 years from now. That is our target, to end poverty globally in the next. What we are saying in essence here is that in the next 2 years, virtually every compound will have a TBC billionaire. And so, there are some families that are going to be super rich, while others are going to be rich. Depends on the number of people from your family that are holding TBC money. And our target is the next 2 years, 2020. Having 10 versions accepting Kringles for payment in exchange for just about any product also exists, and in fact have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. Amazing. Come on. That in the next 1 to 2 years, we would have brought in about 1 billion. And out of these 1 billion members, we are hoping to have 1 million billionaires. And then we'll have 1 billion millionaires. In other words, we are looking for 1.1 billion people, in essence. That is, we will have 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. Now, let's explain what these values stand for. Okay? The value each of us will see in our respective TBC or Kringle wallets will be fully unlocked and totally liquid to use as money in that global economy. That is our destination. That means what we are doing now, we are only preparing the ground. Whatever we are exchanging TBC for now is only ground preparation. Our destination is when we reach 1 billion members, and then virtually every merchant in the world will recognize and accept TBC as a medium of exchange. That is our destination. So the exchange of TBC for land, TBC for house, TBC for cars, TBC for foodstuff and wares for now is only an introduction to the full developed TBC economy. So when the TBC fully developed, we will see TBC from another different perspective. Today we are seeing the TBC as figures, being that everyone can be a billionaire. It seems unbelievable. I want to tell you this confidently, that every member of TBC is a potential billionaire, and not only that, in 1 to 2 years from now, you shall be a full-fledged billionaire that is recognized worldwide. Wow! Okay, now let me move on. Once we conquer poverty, okay, the confidence to overcome any problem or challenge ever face. What I mean by this is that poverty is one of the greatest problems in the world. Every other problem is connected to poverty. When you talk about sickness, it's connected to poverty, because those who can afford the best form of medical treatment don't fall sick anyhow. But even the kind of menu you take, your food, can spell doom for your health. But when you are living in abundance, you are in total control of your health, your economy, your environment, and everything about you. So ending poverty is the key. Okay, let's move on. The universal state of misery we are witnessing today will be washed away for all of humanity. We as a species have so much more potential than what we see we have today. And it is a potential worth fighting for to achieve. You see, our potential is something far worse than what we are seeing today. For instance, as a professor, I have written over 12 to 20 books that are yet to be published. Why? Because the money is not there. But then, all that is deposited in me, the whole world will be able to experience it, be blessed from it, the moment this abundance comes, and I start releasing those books. Those ideas that are locked in me will be unlocked, because the means is already there. That is just a simple. So in summary, the TBC online the two forms of reward, the broadcaster's cookie reward and the basic cookie reward. Here we have about 5 different columns. The first row, we have the cookies, the TPC, the old Kringle, and the new Kringle. And then we have the gift, 25,000 Kringles, which is cookies as of now. It's only when you redeem it into your wallet, it becomes Kringles. But as long as it is in your back office, it's still what? Cookies. The difference between a Kringle and a cookie is that a cookie is in your back office. But once it is redemption time and you're able to redeem it and it enters your wallet, it becomes what? Kringles. Another way to describe or distinguish between cookie and that cookies are not spendable, but Kringles are spendable. That is very simple. The meeting attendance for TBC broadcasters is 1 million cookies, which is 0.01 TBC. Purchase of $100 is 100 million Kringles or cookies, which is equal to 1 TBC coin, 1 full TBC coin. Wow! And that is all you need to be a billionaire. Then we talk about referrals. The referral cookies is 1 billion cookies, which is equal to 10,000 TBC. No, which is equal to 10 pieces of TBC coin. I beg your pardon? 10 pieces of TBC coin. Then broadcast cookies is 1 million cookies, which is equal to 0.01 TBC. And then when we come to basic cookie reward for non-broadcasters, the gifts are the same, 25,000 kringles or cookies. And then the meeting attendant, that is where the difference comes in now. The meeting attendance for a broadcaster, you are receiving 1 million cookies. So you will have 1 million cookies, which is 0.01 TBC. Move on. Have you noticed the ratio between broadcasters to the basic members? The image above. Clearly, I'll create a million billionaires of a business. When we produce 1 billion of 1 billion millionaires. Wow. You see how you going to do it? I had several people asking me, going to do it. I said, we are doing it already because we are distributing the wealth, and whoever understands it collects your own wealth, keep it in your wallet. In the next 1 to 2 years, your story will change. Wow, that is lovely, man. To all of the members' wallets during the distribution phase of rolling blown TBC, Kringle, where oils become totally spendable without any further need to be good negotiators in order to spend them. You see, this time around we are negotiating on where to exchange our Kringles. People who have cars and they want to, there will be no need for negotiation. Everything will be so clear on this as much as we can from this wallet before it finishes. Hey, I don't know the language I will use that you will understand again. There is too much money in the wallet of admin. Let's pack them. What else do you want me to say? You see, it's as if this wallet is like a river that anybody can just go as much as you can fetch. Through the fetch as much as you can fetch from the admin's wallet. It's come to an end. I've heard some people say, hey, let's wait small. Stay there and be waiting small. Stay there and be waiting small. He said, let's wait and see how it will be. Then we'll be able to invest. That time, you will invest billions and you only earn kringles. You know, those of us that invest little, about a year or two ago, we are having several coins. But those who are coming now are investing several thousands and they cannot get a coin again, rather kringles. Well, if you are waiting, keep on waiting. We'll help you with some kringles waiting and you'll come eventually. Oh my God, I don't know what to say again. You see, what I'm trying to let you know in essence is that this is the time to change your story. Whatever you have now, sell it and grab TBC coin. Do you know that now and this month, under this special offer of 500% bonus, it is easier for you to meet up with having a coin in TBC than when this promotion ends. In fact, I envisage that anybody that failed to meet up this requirement now to have a coin in TBC within this promotion era, by being and purchase as much as you can to get it, do broadcast to earn it. After this time, oh my God, it will be very, very difficult for you to earn a TBC coin. That time TBC will become a hot cake. Look, we are doing our best to mobilize people to receive this gift, but you know there is a saying that you can force a horse to the river, or you can't force it to drink water. So the ball is in your court. If you like, you play like score, and if you like, play outside the court. All you are on your own. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so TBC is operating in phases. We are distributing the wealth. The wealth distribution phase enter into the food TBC, where somebody can use TBC, but even ordinary, because the man on the street, can't you imagine what made me suspend everything I am doing as a professor and then start running one seminar after the other, from village to village, from city to cities, and online social media, to become as much as you can. In fact, even if it is only this, I'll continue to repeat until I end this broadcast, no problem. Do your best. Give out whatever you have now to grab TBC. Yes. In fact, I have some of my close associates here. They have to sell their cars and other properties to grab their TBC. I say it's worth it. If you like, start trekking now. Start trekking. It's worth trekking. Give yourself the next 3 to 6 months. Trek. And then let people see you trekking. So that after the 6 months, when they see you in one powerful jeep, they say, is it not the man we have been seeing trekking here and there? They will say no. You start to say no. Some will say argue about you. And you know, in Africa, when somebody have too much money, it becomes a suspect. They will say, are you sure he's not having blood money? Very soon, many people will be suspecting Tibetian in this land and say, are you sure it's not blood money? Let me announce to you before time, oh, our money is not blood money. It's real money. That is technological advancement for you. You have the choice now, either to get on board or stay there and wait for us. When we land, although we'll give you employment, maybe we'll give you one job to do for us. Instead of you being an employer of labor, then you become our employee. So you choose. If you're employer of labor to employ people to work for you, get on board with TBC. Or if you want us to employ you tomorrow, no problem. Don't do anything with TBC. We'll give you a job tomorrow. At least we pay you a token. And even the token we are paying you is more than what the government can pay you. So you still work for us. Yes. Welcome on board. Our future economy will be comprised of 3 socioeconomic classes. Wow. That is what any moment from have 3 classes. You know, before now, the early by the ancestors, or let me put it, the social strata consists of 3 levels: the upper class and the lower class. Unfortunately enough, in Nigeria today, we no longer have the middle class. We only have 2 classes. We have the upper class and the lower class. No more middle class in Nigeria. Let no one deceive his or herself. Because even, the academic who were considered to be the middle class then, are now trekking. They can't even pay their children's school fees because the government refused to pay them. An academic, a doctor, a professor is reduced to a crumb of bread. Yes, they are now brought from the middle class to the lower class. Do you understand? But in the TB, we are going to have three classes. The first class is the Tibicians, the billionaires, holding at least one whole coin of TBC. You see, about 2 years ago, about a year ago, somebody gave a house in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. A house worth 220 million naira for 2 coins of TBC. As at that time, 1 coin of TBC was going for 110 million. So this person gave a very big house upstairs for valued at 220 million, and he collected 2 coins of TBC. I'm sure friends and well-wishers will look at him as a fool. But this person knew what he was doing. Today in Naira, the 2 coins of TBC is worth over 6 billion naira. I'm sure if you are a politician and you can have that kind of money, you cannot sleep because EFCC will be coming after you. But in TBC, EFCC have nothing to do with us because we don't have anything to do with government. We are a government on our own. In fact, TBC is creating several governments. So if you can do whatever you can to get 1 coin of TBC, at least by November 2018, you belong to the upper class of the TBC economy. Who is it that doesn't want to be in the upper class? Well, you have a choice. Either to be in the upper class, or the middle class, or the lower class. The choice is all yours. Wow. The second class is the kringlers. Good. The kringlers, the millionaires, holding at least $1 million of Kringle coins. $1 million worth of Kringle coins. These ones are millionaires. They are the well, that's not bad. It's not bad. You see, I remember Donald Trump, the president of America, he said in one of his audio book, he said, think like a billionaire. You say if you think like a billionaire, you become a billionaire. But even if you cannot make up to be a billionaire, you can be a millionaire, which is not too bad. He said being a millionaire is not too bad, okay? So if you want to aspire to be a billionaire and you can't make it and you fell into the class of millionaires, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think that is manageable. So being a millionaire is manageable in the TBC economy, okay? The next class now is the former poor. The former poor people. Okay? The former poor of humanity who are going to be employed and paid in 100% kringles by the TBC billionaires. Okay? I told you that we are going to give you employment if you don't enroll now. So we are going to give you employment and we are going to pay you in 100% TBC. So even if you don't come in now and you get into our employment and we pay you with 100%, you are still in the TBC economy. You are benefiting. You are still better than any government officer in the world. I have the confidence in what I am saying. Quote me anywhere. Okay? That's right. Abundance for all means that there is more than a general class to have the means to live a dignified life where every need with the ability to pay for it working income. Are you with me? And that means there are more jobs in the world than people to fill them all. No man or woman or child should endure technological world, where, such as ours, we are experiencing today, where we have the means to mass produce more than enough of everything needed and efficiently distribute it to every corner of the earth. It is time for humanity to leap forward in a responsible fashion and have truth be our guiding light. You see, when somebody wants to get a job in Nigeria today, it depends on who you know. If you don't know anybody, no matter how knowledgeable, no matter how talented, no matter how skillful you are, no matter how educated you are, if you don't know somebody in a particular office, nobody gives you a job. Because the job is not up to the number of people looking for it. But we have that will be more than human beings need, so that jobs will be looking for man instead of man looking for job. Get that correct? Okay. Ultimately, most of our paid members will be kringlers, and very little is expected out of them as them up to be millionaires in the mature version of our TBC or Kringle economy, laid out in a vision above. Okay? So the most important thing we should expect from the Kringler is that they quickly learn how to just be quiet. So if you are a Kringler, just be quiet. That is what we expect from you. You see, those that speak, those that make noise in TBC are the TBCians. Those who hold at least one coin of TBC and above. These are the main guys. Come on. So we expect the Kringlers to be quiet. It's one thing to be a fool and quite another thing to prove it by opening the mouth. The Bible says, if a fool keep quiet, he will be assumed to be a wise man. So because since he has not opened his mouth, he won't expose his folly. So as a Kringler, you are expected to be quiet. We have a number of fools among us. As I watch the chat inside the live broadcast and scan the post and comment within various TBC Facebook groups daily, these fools refuse to do their own broadcast and also excuse themselves from participating in a recruiting effort. But they are quick to express negativity out in the open for the public to see. Let me give you this member writes a lot of things. Where is the TBC economy they promise us? Where is the fiat exchange? Where is the exchanger? Where are the merchants? All sorts of things. She was ranting everywhere. So when I sent a private message to her, I said, contact me. I sent my link on WhatsApp. Contact me on WhatsApp. Let me put you through. If you don't understand in this community, you cannot come into the open here like this, where leaders are meeting and discussing something very important and be writing all sorts of things. I'm sure these are the kind of people the admin is referring to as the fools among us. But up to now, this person never contacted me. The reason is because they have their own set of mind. They are not concerned about what we are doing and where we are heading to. So we need to be very careful, please. We need to be very careful. They seem to think their personal difficulty constitutes an emergency for our leaders to handle. Don't twist what we are doing into an ugly representation so that those who are new will not be discouraged. Because when those who are new are coming in, they will go into the social media to begin to search. And when they hear all these negative comments from some of these people, they won't know which one is right and which one is wrong. So these will be confused. Please, if you are a Kringler, be quiet. This behavior is very foolish. So I want our Kringlers to know that our broadcasters and builders are working very hard for their personal benefit as Kringlers, and those that have chosen to step up to be the TBCian billionaires. don't deserve this kind of abuse. So if you are a cringler, I encourage you to be quiet. Those of us, the broadcasters and builders in TBC, we are working for you, mobilizing the whole world to adopt TBC as a means and a medium of exchange, which you benefit to what we are doing for now. Keep quiet and wait for us. When we are through, you will understand it by and by. Okay? Stop throwing sand into the machine that is designed to make your wealth. Just be quiet. If you don't have something nice and positive to say, let us keep working without being distracted by our own by our negativity, your ugly negativity. Please share this article and keep it handy in your toolbox with any of you, with any you may find that are openly being negative within our community, and ask them to find the patience to let the time pass forward without interfering with our positive progress. Opinions of spectators are worthless to the players on the field. Wow. So we will arrive at our destination much faster if the cringlers learn to be quiet. Okay? So the fast start for the broadcasters is 23 steps. So you see it in this article here. The opinion of spectators have nothing to do with the players on the field. You know, the players are the ones that are facing the job. They are the ones that know the strength and the weakness of the opponents. But the spectators are the ones that bring down the player, telling them they are playing well or not. So let's not give room for these distractors. Okay? Now, let me go on as I round up here. Yet we don't expect the cringlers to do the work that is required to enjoy cash flow. So their reward comes down the road when the value of our coins becomes completely unlocked, and there will be the millionaires with 100% spendable money using our coins in a fully developed TBC and Kringle economy. So the gift is 25,000 cookies, and the basic reward for a $100 purchase is 100,000 cookies. That is 0.00125 TBC coin. At the max value, that will be worth about at the maximum, that will be worth about $3.037500 that is about $3 million. Once we reach 1 billion members, Kringlers only have the following steps to complete. If you are a Kringler, these are the steps you have to complete. Number 1, receive the gift. Number 2, complete your Kringle Cash profile. Number 3, pass the send button test. Number 4, pay your $10 admin fee. Number 5, set up a new wallet. Number 6, purchase $100 of Kringles. And then complete the transaction verification on the buyer. KCBO here is an acronym for Kringle Cash Back Office. KCBO means Kringle Cash Back Office. Take note of that. So have the seller approve your transaction on the seller side in the Kringle Cash Back Office on the seller's Kringle Cash Back Office. Then study the blog daily. So as you can see, very little is expected out of a Kringler in order to turn them into a millionaire over the next year or two. Please be quiet. If you are a Kringler, be quiet. Wow. This is amazing. Well, let me be quick to add this. After the verification, wait for November. From November 1st to November 30th, you'll be able to redeem your cookie reward. Then you open your If you open your Kringle Cash back office, you will see cookie reward. Click on cookie reward, you will see redeem now in green button. You click redeem now, and within 24 hours, your coin will land in your wallet. Thank you for joining me on this live broadcast today. Once again, my name is Professor Samuel Stephenson, a TBC leader from Kogi State, Nigeria, West Africa. Nigeria is rocking with TBC. Very soon, the headquarters of TBC will come to Nigeria. In fact, Nigeria is taking over TBC. And I want to tell the rest of Africa and the third world country, let's embrace TBC, because TBC is designed by God to lift us out of poverty. Thank you. See you in other broadcasts. I love you all.